Right, I'm not really sure I can follow that. Oh well. So, welcome back to the Dwarven Fortress of Keskalokil, or in English, Shoot Test, where we successfully last week, I suppose you could argue last Friday was last week, wasn't it? Fought off an attack from an Etin, which turned up at a time when a largest proportion of my fortress were outside carving fortifications in our new stink pipe. And the Etin managed to get hold of a 10-year-old child, and not only did the 10-year-old child survive, no, everyone else survived as well. We had, well, apart from the Etin, of course, the Etin very much did not survive and is now in bits. Well, actually, I think in one bit in our rubbish dump, which now has a ventilation shaft to stop it generating miasma. I mean, strictly, it doesn't need a ventilation shaft. I think we could have stopped it generating miasma just by briefly exposing it to the outside air, but that would be no fun. So, like, it now has this proper set of fortifications around a hole in the ground with a lid on the top so that monsters can't get in. And yes, the Etin was defeated by my undertrained but at least somewhat equipped military. The unfortunate child is not that child. That child is just sleeping in the hospital because we have too many people and too few beds. This is the child that was injured, I believe. And yes, they currently are unable to stand because their right ankle is still in a bit of a mess. Yes. Well, you can do that sitting down. I mean, they've also their left arm is probably not working very well, but I'm slightly worried about this infected right hand. I hope that will be fine, but like, they were cleaned with soap and everything, so they shouldn't have got infected, but sometimes it happens.
Have you discovered the magic of garlic and honey and stuff?
No, only of soap, I'm afraid.
Okay, well.
So yes, that will probably need some more treatment later. But like, their right foot is healing well. Their lower leg is healing well. Their neck's healing well. You can see they had a pretty exciting time of it with the Etin, but came out of it alive, which is pretty good for an unarmoured 10-year-old. The other major victim of the Etin was Misha Connell, who was actually part of the military and came out of it one leg the poorer, something like that. So his left upper leg is gone, and like along with that, the left lower leg and left foot. Should really say his left leg is gone, but still. So that, yes, was unfortunate. For some reason, he hasn't been issued with a crutch, so he's currently crawling everywhere, which is not really what we want, but there you go.
Have Dwarves discovered wheelchairs?
No, and obviously they should.
Well, you say that. I mean, the idea of a wheelchair menacing with spikes powered by a magma pump and with the usual dwarven over-engineering.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Problem. That sounds fantastic.
Like they've got wheelbarrows and they've got mine carts, so wheelchairs really shouldn't be much of a stretch. So yes, my kind of hope is that eventually he'll get stung by a bee, go to the hospital again, and someone will notice that he needs a crutch.
Is there no other way of causing this to happen?
I don't know of one. I mean, I suppose I could appoint him to a role that... Okay, how about...
That requires common sense?
No. What if I appoint him to a role and then make a crutch the symbol of office of that role?
Yeah, but then when he dies...
then the successor will get a crutch. Yes. Do you have a problem with that?
No, it's just weird. But I mean, I'm going to go with weird but appropriate creative problem solving when dealing with dwarf.
So yes, let's see what.
Jacob's found a wheelchair that menaces with spikes. Well done.
Good. So, like, we do have. We could make him another militia captain. Is it him? Just check the gender of the person I'm blithering about. Yes. We could make him a militia captain and give him his own squad, or captain of the guard, responsible for internal discipline. Well, yeah. That would be a militia captain job. We do appear to have a role for messenger. If I click on that, will it tell me what a messenger is for? Not really, no.
I think you prefer them to have fairly unfettered mobility. I mean,
I'm tempted to go for captain of the guard and give them a small squad of inadequately armed dwarves, because you don't generally want your
captain fighting.
well, you don't want the people who are responsible for that is essentially your police force to be too well armed, because they start killing people if you do that.
A lesson that if only we wish
Yes.
the human police force had learned, etc.
So yeah, maybe I should try making him captain of the guard, and then having a symbol of office for the captain of the guard, which will be a crutch, and then see if that becomes usable. Assuming I can do this, I may have to take him out of his existing. Oh yeah, there we are. Ishmishakonol, peasant, is now the captain of the guard. See, it starts with sensible objects, or at least valuable objects. I should clearly make a highly valuable crutch for this job, but no, we can always change it later, I think. This is just giving me a list of every object in the fort. I mean, I assume I have spare crutches, but I think I checked that I did. Do we really not have any crutches that we can assign? I mean, that would explain why he hasn't got a crutch. But he wasn't listed as needing a crutch either, that was the thing. Which makes me suspicious.
Be slightly suspicious about the competency of your medical unit.
Well, they have mostly learned it by talking to one another. Like, their experience is pretty minimal. Oops. Just being amused by the way that crutches their own thing. Yes, crutches are their own thing, but no, yeah, so we've got plenty of crutches. Like, some of these are probably in use. Like, Urvad Lorbam Gim has a crutch, obviously. But say that willow crutch, like, it's even, because it's assigned to the, is that because they're all actually in the coffer in the hospital, and thus can't be assigned outside of the hospital? No. Or yes, or... Yes, I think I just spotted that one. Yeah, I think maybe. What happens if I reduce the number of crutches in the hospital? I mean, actually, I could... Let's make a crutch, and we can see if we can make a really nice crutch. We can make it out of platinum, I think.
carry around. I mean,
All the better to improve the strength of my dwarf.
he also needs 2 crutches.
Bizarrely, no. But he's only missing one leg.
Yeah, but it's usually
Usually easier to use 2, yes. But I think they only actually need 1.
Okay.
And can get terrifyingly good with them. Right, other objects? Maybe we can't make a platinum crutch. Unless it's somewhere else in the list. Well, I can probably do it through this without so much confusion, can't I? Oh, right, no, there we are. Obviously, we want an adamantine crutch, but that would require some more digging. Make platinum crutch. Now, adjust things so that I don't make 10 platinum crutches. No, we just want 1.
It's the default manufacturing number 10.
Yes, if you're doing it through the through the management interface.
Right.
Yes, obviously we will make adamantine crutches. Right, so that's our attempt at fixing the poor peasant who hasn't been issued with a crutch despite having a missing leg. And unlike the child, he has to keep this absence of leg forever. So having a really good crutch seems, well, at least a really shiny crutch seems good.
Presumably the child doesn't have a missing limb at this point.
Yeah, the child merely has a torn ankle, and so given a few months, it'll probably heal.
Unless their hand drops off first, don't it?
Yeah. There's the infected hand problem, but we've got plenty of surgeons around. I'm sure we can take the hand off if necessary.
Very good.
Amputation is totally within dwarves' capabilities if it comes down to it. But they might, if we're lucky, if the infection becomes serious, they might do something about it before then. Like, we do have no shortage of medical staff. Indeed, what I was coming to was our distinct unshortage of medical staff, because I set up a doctor's guild hall next door to the hospital, because doctors don't get much experience if your fortress is going well, and then suddenly have a lot of work when things go wrong. It's often useful to be able to get them trained up in advance, because unlike with metalsmiths, you can't just give them 15 tons of copper to bash around until they're good at it. And so I set up a doctor's guild hall, but the consequence of this, because you can't in this version make a guild hall and a hospital the same place, or at least I don't think you can and make it work well, I set it up as a meeting area, which meant, since this was right next to the dining room, lots of people went there. And so lots of people have learnt medicine. To the extent that now,
8 million training people.
yes. I have 10 people who's...
Surgeon meditate on torture. Maybe you want to reorient him or them away from medicine and towards, I don't know,
Well,
plants.
the thing is that one of our gods has as one of their major themes torture, so...
Right, so medical ethics is definitely a place in Sussex around here. Right.
Anyway, so yes, the consequence of this is that we now... So yes, we have a stupid number of surgeons. Actually, I should look at them. Are they... So one what I actually wanted to do that was to click that button. So yes, he's 71 years old, a competent surgeon, which I think is his highest skill. And yes, is a worshipper of Elkur Usenekast, I think one of whose themes is torture, and hence he's meditating on it. But yes, the consequence of this is we have some actual guilds now, and the guilds are demanding proper guild halls.
Are they doing anything useful in return?
They'll teach yet more surgeons, I fear. But like we could get, I might set those guild halls up to allow anyone in from outside, as Jutton suggests, making us the most renowned teaching hospital in the northern things of what's name. I forgot what's somewhere there should be the name of my actual continent. I mean my actual world, but I don't know where it is. So yes. We have one guild hall, of course. So we have two petitions. The True Guild, a doctor guild, would like a proper guild hall. And the Humble Company, which is a surgery guild, would also like a guild hall. Pinkby suggests this is the purpose of the arbitrary dwarven justice system. The Baron issues a stupid mandate. Urist violates it. The hammerer hammers Urist. And then thus our doctors are trained in peacetime by Urist's noble sacrifice. Yes, possibly. So let's approve both of those and then we'll work out how to do them. So we do have already, of course, a surgeon guild hall, but it needs to be a bit better in order to be a proper guild hall. So we probably just need to stick some things made of platinum in there until it becomes better. Like that's what we did. Actually, didn't we go for green glass down here? Yes, so down in the, what is this? That's a temple, isn't it? So down in the, it's apparently become a sculpture garden because I put a statue in it. So yes, we made that into an adequate temple by making a green glass statue. At least that was one of the things we made. We've got a guild hall somewhere, haven't we? So we have a farmer guild hall. The highlighting of this is terrible. Well, there's like two very subtly different shades of green. Oh, hang on, no, wasn't it down? It was down there, yes. I put it in the farm. Which is, oh, I agreed to build a new guild hall and that one's not a guild hall either. Right, we're going to need to do some improving of guild halls, aren't we? I wonder what furniture would be good in a guild hall. I mean, we can put statues in there, obviously. What's our metal situation like? Stocks, bars. We've got quite a lot of bronze as well, in addition to being pretty well off platinum. I think I could do with working out whether this has a keyboard interface. Like, I appreciate the mousiness of the new version is quite nice for many purposes, but sometimes it would be nice to be able to type things. Right, so that's scheduled making some statues, which might help the thing. Let's unpause for a bit and allow some stuff to happen. Okay, we're short of empty bags, but I'm sure some will turn up in due course. that cancellation was just because only one of my kilns is linked to the gypsum stockpile. Oh dear, we're running out of non-economic stone again. Right, is there any more space that we need to dig out? I mean, we're going to need another guild hall in due course, in addition to more bedrooms. I mean, widening this corridor and building things along it seems like quite a good plan. Though, of course, it may be that that our problem is not that we don't have the stone; it's just that it's in the wrong places. Actually, let's unmark that section for now, because I think I was slightly confused. I mean, of course, digging this out does have the consequence that we're going... Oh, we're short of booze again. Oh yes, we're short of booze because we stopped operating the beehives for a little while, I think because of incoming goblins or something, and then I forgot to start again, and thus the bees ended up producing a phenomenal quantity of honey, which we then weren't processing. But now we're doing that again. We should now be able to brew more mead. Oops. We should probably actually just automatically schedule mead jobs, shouldn't we? So we already have a press honey from honeycomb automated. We're on the condition that we have the necessary materials for it, so we could then add a similar... That one works in 5s, so let's do the same thing. Mead. Make mead in 5s, conditional on having five honey and 5 food storage items. Like, the food storage items shouldn't be the problem, but... So, I think the non-economic hard rock will be moving. Indeed, there is some there. Surely that means someone. Okay, why is that not working? So that's set to take from stone stockpile number 4, which is that one there, which contains some rock. We haven't accidentally marked cinnabar as economic, have we? That's the wrong button, apparently. No, you... or rather... So, no, cinnabar is not magma safe, but that's fine, and is marked as using non-economic jobs. So that... Oh, hang on. That one... Oh, that's set to take from stone stockpile number 4 as well. And stone stockpile number 4 has some perfectly good rock in it. Is it assigned to something? I can't tell because there's a wheelbarrow in the way. Has that wheelbarrow got confused? Let's see if the cinnabar, if the other piece of cinnabar gets collected at any point. If it doesn't, I might try deassigning that wheelbarrow and then reassigning it. So meanwhile, there's a space here that, I mean, actually I don't, yeah, that's a good place for bedrooms. If I'm going to build a doctor's guild hall, I kind of feel it should be near the hospital. There's a gap here, isn't there? Let's mine that gap there out. Yeah, it's mostly produced as hematite. So, okay, someone has shifted. People are still shifting some rock around, so that's probably for the best. Baron of Shoot Test has ended a mandate. That's nice. I think she or he was only mandating that we not export bins anyway. So how are we off for doors? Can I stick some doors in that? No, because the door production is held up on where the hell is our rock got to. Someone is going down to fetch the rock though, so I'm kind of hopeful that it will happen. There's someone fetching some rock, coming back with a wheelbarrow full of rock and depositing it in the stockpile, which is kind of hopeful. The gosling has become a goose. Whether the goose in question is horrible, we are not told.
Maybe not. Surely the enormously long personality pays.
Okay, I'll look up the goose in a moment and just check whether the goose is horrible. Yes, that overlaps a meeting area for now, but we'll fix that by putting some doors in, which will cause it not to. This should be a new guild hall. It should be a doctor guild hall and not a surgeon guild hall, which the other one is. Since we don't seem to have an oversupply of gypsum at the moment, don't like we can mine more if we need it, let's mark gypsum as economic again. Because I think it's worth making plaster where we conveniently can. Just widen that a bit. Get ourselves some gypsum and whatever else, selenite. Oh, I think selenite might be... No, I think selenite is bizarrely not a economic rock. Oh no, it is. Oh, that can be used to make plaster as well. Right, we now have a platinum crutch. Now, can we make a platinum crutch a symbol of office? Has the platinum crutch already been swiped from us for other purposes? Is it already on its way to the hospital?
You know, a lot of spare bill and goblets there.
For things I thought I'd sold already.
all these people who are going to be occupying positions of power in the Doctors Guild and the Surgeons Guild, we're going to have to like foist off a pile of unwanted bill and goblets as their suspiciously similar symbols of office.
Okay, right. What's going on with that crutch then? Like, it's obviously of high value. Is there some limitation on what kind of things you could use as symbols of office? Crutch begins with a C, Ben. So there's a platinum crutch. It is currently in use by a task. Right. Let's forbid it and unforbid it, and then not unpause, and then see if we can assign it as a symbol of office. Now it's not busy in a task. Is it just that we can't assign crutches as symbols of office? Because that just seems silly. I mean, there's so many other, like we can make a sock a symbol of office. Or a bucket. Why not a crutch? Like 15 zillion different kinds of musical instrument. Confused. Oh yes, let's see how horrible the goose is.
But you also have to check whether it's a nice day in the fortress.
I haven't noticed any messages about rain.
I suppose in the fortress it wouldn't be raining anyway. That's something.
Esum Sodolator goose tame. Weak, agile and sickly. She is unfriendly and disagreeable.
Hooray!
Does that mean I can... Right, she is now officially a horrible goose. She is bothered by this since she values friendship. We still have slight flooding down in the lower mines. So I think I should try assigning a second wheelbarrow to this she under third to this stockpile in the hope that people can bring me more stone. So that should help with parallelizing that. See, we're so short of rock up here. Possibly there's an argument we should move the rock workshop to somewhere that's actually like near some rock. Anyway, in the service of that, well, not really in the service of that, but let's actually mine out some of this less interesting rock. So how are we doing for doors? I want some more doors. But we have a door. That's nice. Okay, right, we've run out of iron, which is frankly a bit scary. I think we're still okay for coal, so we should start. Oh, actually, I think we are still working on hematite, aren't we? Oh, that's busy making coke from lignite. How's our? Do we not have? We don't currently have a smelt iron from hematite job. Let's have that operate on the basis of, do we have any, are we short of iron? Maybe I think I should make that a bit more enthusiastic actually. I think that should operate, that should run whenever we've got less than 20 iron bars. We now have lots of people running around pushing wheelbarrows. Well, maybe. Oh dear, a surgeon has withdrawn from society. That slightly worries me. Sadly, I think that only centres me on where they were when it happened, but I can easily enough. What's wrong with you? Oops. What's that down arrow on you? You just, oh, you're unhappy probably. Yes, you experienced some trauma and you're currently unhappy as a result. Okay. So here's our moody dwarf. He's claimed a crafts dwarf's workshop and is currently organising things. It's hauling iron bars up the stairs. Right, and has started a mysterious construction. We didn't even have to organise anything for that. Constructing it out of birch logs, muskox leather, iron bars, alpaca wool cloth and rough onyxes. Well, we don't have many bones around, to be fair. I don't try to keep bones. Right. Have we made any statues while I wasn't looking? Well, let's put the bronze statue of dwarves in the Surgeons Guild Hall, and let's put the 2 bronze statues of chickens in the Farmers Guild Hall, because I think that seems more appropriate. I think possibly we should have a stockpile of goblets in the dining room, because I've noticed that my dwarves do seem to spend quite a lot of time walking back and forth between stockpiles. Um, probably finished goods, type, goblets, made of anything at all, of any quality. Take from the main stockpile. Permit bins. Right, so that should now cause everyone to start moving goblets, but in a useful way, really. Ideally, they'll bring like entire bins full of goblets, but I bet that won't happen. Someone is trying to install a statue in the Surgeons Guild Hall, being slightly foiled by all the surgeons in the way. Right. It's not very valuable. Well-crafted bronze statue of dwarves. The item is a well-designed image of dwarves in bronze by Zuntir Asmel Zalis. The dwarves are labouring. The artwork relates to the foundation of shoot test by the Treaty of Caves of the Orbs of Yore in the early spring of 100. Nice. Meanwhile, a couple of bronze statues of chickens are being manoeuvred as well. I think I spotted them somewhere anyway. Right, we seem to be getting a decent stock of stone in that stockpile now, but it's gypsum, which is no use. Damn it. Let's just enable people to make things out of gypsum. It's going to be easier than fixing that problem. I did turn off using gypsum for anything dull, but a birchen sceptre. Haven't we already got a wooden sceptre? Okay, where's my mouse pointer gone? Oh, there it is. But at least he's now not officially a surgeon anymore, owing to having become a legendary woodcrafter. So it's Keskalokil, twisted, tested. A birchen sceptre, all craft dwarf ship, is of the highest quality. It is decorated with alpaca wool. The object menaces with spikes of muskox leather, iron, and onyx. On the item is an image of many pointed stars in birch. So we could set that up in one of the guild halls. Probably the shiny new Surgeons Guild Hall. I think we can make a pedestal or something. Do we need a display cabinet for it? Not sure. Let's try making a pedestal and see what happens. The chicken statues are still being very slowly hauled into place.
Is someone holding them in the air?
It's possible, yes. Oh yes, we needed to sort out the tombs situation, didn't we? I still don't quite understand how this works. But I think, because what we've got here at the moment is that all three of these coffins are assigned to the same person, which is a bit of an extravagance. As far as I can see, this is because tombs, you can't, in earlier dwarf fortresses, if you installed a coffin, it would just automatically start collecting dead bodies. Well, it would collect a dead body. It would get assigned to someone as soon as there was anyone who needed burying. It seems that in this version, a coffin needs to be in a tomb in order to be used. But if it is, if you have more, but the tomb then ends up owned by one person. So you can't just mark out one tomb occupied by a zillion coffins. So I think what I want to do is something like remove that tomb and then create a new one. There is a multi button. Let's see what happens if I just say multi-tomb. Has that now just created one? That seems just to have created one tomb with 3 coffins in it. So I think that's not going to help me. Yes, that's still all assigned to the same beekeeper. Ugh. Do I have to actually put them all in separate rooms or something? That would be inconvenient. I mean, or I can mark, I can go unmark that, tomb, paint, one single square, accept, tomb, paint, one single square there, accept, tomb, paint, single square there, accept. But that is immensely faffy. Still, that's probably now got me 3 tombs of which only one is officially occupied. So that's kind of an improvement, but I think that might require me to start changing how I construct my tombs. How are those chickens coming along? Almost got to the stairs. Bronze statues are a bit heavy. Maybe I should have made my statues out of something lighter. Oh, the captain of the guard has been stung by a honeybee. Excellent. No, that is excellent, because I want the captain of the guard, it is the captain of the guard, isn't it, that I want, to go to the hospital. And if we're really lucky, they'll go to the hospital and someone will go, "Ooh, you're missing a leg. Maybe you'd like a crutch." Let's see if that works.
I think you have to do that and don't actually display the typed up stuff and then view the good things. You've got to go and view them in GV instead.
But no, it doesn't appear to be a trip to the hospital in the offing. But very interested by the furniture. I think we're going to need to move our mason stock workshops to somewhere where there's more rock. Oh, I suppose I haven't been digging out much of it, have I? Get back to digging. Does it suggest making the crutch part of a uniform instead? Curiously, being captain of the guard doesn't seem to make you the head of a... So we have a position spare. But I thought it used to be that captain of the guard gave you a squad, put you in charge of a squad. Doesn't seem to at the moment. And we might be able to fire them as captain of the guard.
I think they've got no position you can assign a uniform to at all.
Well, no, we can put them back into the militia. Like, we have a position available here. So we could go... No, because we only get bodywear, headwear, legwear, handwear, footwear, shield and weapon that we can assign there. So that's no good. But this is going to make them unhappy because they've been fired and then reinstated. But I haven't done pause, so they shouldn't notice it happening. I mean, what would have been really good would have been if the surgeon had made an artefact crutch. So did we actually get a pedestal made? Yes, we did. Right, let's try setting up that pedestal in the Doctor's Guild Hall. Steph has sent me a Reddit link, which I'm sure will be terribly useful when I'm not actually watching what's going on. Oh yes, we should inspect the statues of chickens, shouldn't we? Bronze statue of chickens. The item is an image of 2 chickens in bronze. A well-crafted bronze statue of a chicken. An image of a chicken in bronze. Right, that's nice. How are we doing for erecting decent guild halls then? Uh, Up to 500 value, right? It's going to need quite a lot more statues of chickens. Jacob would like an iron statue of a chicken. I think you have. Well, I mean, we did manage to make a platinum statue of a platypus, I suppose. Where is the platinum statue of a platypus, actually?
I mean, making a chicken out of iron is easier, surely, than making a dragon out of soup.
Yes, thank you. I did make a platinum statue of a platypus, and I'm now wondering where it is. It hasn't actually been installed. Right, well, we better install that platinum statue of a platypus somewhere, hadn't we? Let's stick it in the Surgeons Guild Hall. So that they can get...
Because any guild that's trying to return dwarves to their normal size and shape obviously needs a statue of the most ludicrous.
I think, yeah, Jutland says, I think it went in the temple. I think someone else made us an artifact green glass statue, and so I used that instead. Right, let us stick a statue in that corner, and it should be a platinum statue of a giant platypus.
A giant platypus, not a giant statue of an ordinary platypus.
Indeed. So we're still having problems getting rock into anything fast enough. Well, possibly, or possibly I'm not mining it fast enough for everyone to collect it. Let's mine some more. Mine. What's going on with our smelter is actually active, okay. What? Okay, that's quite alarming. We've actually used... That probably means we've got lots of clay bricks around. We appear to have used up our entire stock of kaolinite. Right, are there any more kaolinite clusters around? There's a hint there, but I bet that's no use. We don't seem to know of any kaolinite. I mean, I think that was a kaolinite. Oh, hang on, is that... That's more kaolinite and it's just damp. Okay. That might cause some flooding if I do that. We'll fix it when it happens. I'm inclined to say that the right way to deal with flooding of... Actually, this is the upper layer, isn't it? This is probably where we do want to dig things out. In the lower layer, we'll get flooding coming down from above, but I think the way to deal with that is actually to just mine out the upper layer further. Yeah, we're going to get lots of cancellations of things for being too wet, but that's fine, we'll just keep digging. I mean, I suppose we're only actually interested in the kaolinite, but We should probably... we've made a bunch of stuff which our various nobles would like. So they want... so our Baron wants, in terms of furniture, 2 chests and a cabinet. So can I find their bedroom? What's going to be the best way to find their bedroom? Can I do that through this? Yes, if I... right, there it is. And that has zoomed me to somewhere. Right, that's the bedroom there where we want to erect some extra stuff. That one, yes, yes. So we want at least 1 coffer. Probably we need 2 coffers in total, but actually no. Yes, let's only put 1 in there because they get no. It'll be. Let's just try to get them as close as we can to where they want to be, and not at all poison them with mercury. Then there was the mayor's bedroom around somewhere, wasn't there? Which also wants some stuff in it. Thought there was. Maybe I'm confused. Oh well. But they also want a cabinet in there, so let's build a cabinet as well. Right. That should help things a little in there. Let's find the mayor's bedroom now. So yes, the Baron now has, at least scheduled for installation, 2 chests and a cabinet. The mayor could also do with 2 chests and a cabinet. That's that room there, right. Oh, and a cabinet. Right, so that now means that the mayor's requirements in that respect are satisfied, and putting storage items in bedrooms is good because it means they'll store their clothes in them. But they also need, the mayor would also like a study and a dining room. And the Baron would like a study, a dining room and a tomb. So we're going to need more rooms for that though. We have got a study available here, but it doesn't have a door at the moment. Let's see if we can see how we're doing for doors. We have 2 doors available. Well, that's a start, I suppose. We have a display item here. Can we now ask to put a scepter in that. Specifically that new Birchen scepter. Meanwhile, more mining here. To get ourselves a bit more rock. Though actually our miners are mostly busy working downstairs. Oh, I've distracted them. Oh well. Still only have one notably unhappy dwarf, and that's a tiny child who will probably cheer up in due course. Yes, we're getting a certain amount of digging cancellations down here, but it looks frankly like we've run out of anything mineable down here anyway, pretty much. So I think we would do well to smooth. Oh, there's some more kaolinite though. Let's quickly mine that. I think we would thus do well to smooth all of these. I am actually painting something, you just can't see it. Walls to stop the water getting in. I mean, we could mine out more conglomerate down there, but it's not very helpful to do so, I don't think. Oh, everyone comes to do some smoothing because smoothing is so exciting. That's a stupidly large number of dwarves helping with the smoothing, which, like, is good in terms of stopping the aquifer leaking in. The Guildhall agreement with the True Guild has been satisfied because we put a platinum statue in their Guildhall, and so they're happy. I think. Oh no, that's no, because we put that stupidly valuable scepter on a stand in on a pedestal in their Guildhall. The platinum statue is not actually worth enough to achieve what we want. So we're sealing off the walls here, though probably I could still do with digging out a bit more so as to stop the water leaking into the level below. I think actually it's just that one square there it's leaking from. So if we dig out that one square and then smooth around that, that should stop the water getting into this level as well, at least until we decide there's something else that wants mining, but that all looks very dull down there. We do have some damp conglomerate there. We've also got some jasper. Well, let's get that damp conglomerate smoothed. Right, there we go. That's everything we found on that level that's worth mined. Maybe worth digging around a bit and seeing what else we can turn up. Right, sorry, got distracted by people talking about hot chocolate. Let's mine out some more of this area. Carefully stopping before we go too far. Get us a bit more rock. What's that? It's an oyster. Why is there an oyster wandering around in my...
How is it one of us wandering around?
Shush, it's vanished now, it's fine.
Did the walrus beseech it?
It's possible. Right, we've made a load more bricks. Let's try building some bedrooms because we really need some bedrooms. Right, we do have 62 porcelain bricks at our disposal. That's enough for lots of bedrooms if only we had some doors. Maybe I should start doing more multi-level bedroom faffage. Well, let's put the walls in first, at least some of the walls. And then we can put some more beds in and, yeah, generally make things better. Right. But I think it would actually be better to build like stairs out of these because making doors is turning out to be a bit of a pain. So we could just build a flight of stairs that goes from... You go build construction stairs from here to here out of, say, cinnabar blocks. And then we can wall in that bedroom entirely, which will make it less annoying. And we could similarly go build stairs from there to there. All right, we can't build those yet because no one's dug that out. Well, what I really want is to dig, can we do this? Dig a downward staircase from there to there. Right. And then maybe we can build an upward staircase that overlaps it. And similarly, dig a staircase from there to there. And indeed from there to there. Let's see what that looks like. And then we're going to want, so that office now exists, doesn't it? So we can go, no, I wanted that in multi-mode, please. What's that thing sticking out there? I should investigate that. Actually, I should investigate that now. All right, that's the sand collection area. Yes, that's fine. So that office should be assigned to the mayor. That office, oh, it already has 2 chests in it. The mayor already has, but the mayor now has an excess of chests. Well, that's fine. But we should put a weapon rack and an armour stand in that office because that will then make the mayor happy. Sorry, furniture. Huh. Military? Oh, right, yes. So it's YR. And in for an armour stand. Right. We might also have enough bricks to finish building the back wall of their office. So that there. So that there we have a downward stairway, but we don't have an upward stairway here. So what happens if I now try to build a staircase to connect up with that? It says must span all elevations and does still need 2 materials. So that doesn't help. We still can't connect mined staircases and built staircases in the way we could in earlier dwarf fortresses. Indeed, we apparently still can't build a staircase there, probably because there isn't quite enough access to it. So, staircase. So let's quickly mine that square, which will probably help. So that then means that we can actually, we don't need doors for these bedrooms because they can be walled in and accessed by the stairs, at least once the stairs are built. So we can demolish those 2 doors and build walls blocking those. Hang on, there doesn't seem to be a staircase scheduled for building there. Oh no, because we're still trying to mine that, which we now have done. So now I should be able to go build stairs there as well. And indeed in this room right. Right, now we can build a wall there. Once that door's been demolished, we can build a wall there as well. Right, so now, is the mayor happy? No, because the mayor still wants a dining room. I presume my mayor is kind of gradually grumpifying at not having all this stuff. I mean, they did have a complaint at having to hold a meeting in a dining room ages ago. I mean, to be fair, they do seem to be pretty happy. Maybe I don't actually need to pay attention to their requirements. So let's just see what the bedroom situation is like insofar as... Yeah, right, so once this lot's been built... How are we off for beds anyway? Have we got spares? No, so we're probably going to need more beds as well. If we have a look at the bedrooms now before I've made new ones, are we in a situation where there are spare bedrooms? No, we are not. So no one is going to... Oops, I may have accidentally made some walls uncompletable. Oh, surely that one can be completed. Right, there's a staircase there now. Right, so we are now running out of porcelain, not of porcelain, of kaolinite. So we probably want future building works to be in solid rock, just to, because that's going to be cheaper. There's a room there that hasn't got a staircase in it. That's a bit silly of us. It costs doors, that does. Because it's going to be cheaper to carve things out of that than to make yet more bricks. Though obviously you end up with a better quality of room if you build them out of bricks. But like our bedrooms seem to be quite acceptable to people anyway. So we could, for instance, head downwards another level from this lot and build another layer of bedrooms below them. Does that mean, can I do that just by asking to dig a staircase down from there? may not be the most useful place to put it, actually. I mean, we can wall it in. That wasn't the right thing. We want to build staircases again, Ben. Dig staircase. No. There. Oh, pressed escape too hard. There. No, that one's going to be of no use there. We need that one to be built slightly offset. Right, scheduling phenomenal numbers of staircases. Some of which might be useful. Actually, let's build that staircase in the less valuable floor. Not sure if we're actually going to make all of that into bedrooms, but that should then put us into a position where we can dig out more bedrooms and offices and such like. Meanwhile, we do still have a decent supply of porcelain bricks for putting into, for setting up new bedrooms. We need to make more beds, don't we? Yes. Beds. 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 So I think I want to wall off that section, so I think I should do a 3 by 3. Should it be there, or should it be, oh, I don't know. Build a 3 by 3 room there. One there, and those, well actually let's make them accessible from below. Can't quite fit in as many as I'd like here. I think all the bedrooms are going to be slightly weird around here. Actually, let's make that let's undesignate that one again. Let's go for a bedroom, a weird long thin bedroom here, and then we can go for a perfectly ordinary bedroom there. That seems kind of sensible, doesn't it? I mean, in a very generous sense. And then we'll wall in that with porcelain, and we'll make some staircases that connect each of these rooms to the mining layer below. So that one won't actually end up connected up, and we'll probably need to find some other access to that. But given that this is all riddled with mines anyway, well, we put a door at one layer or the other. There we go. Oh, that stupid bedroom doesn't have a connection, does it? There. Okay, all the bedrooms are being cancelled because they're too wet. I think something may have gone slightly wrong there. Oh no, that was correct. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Because that one was meant to be that shape. So that's meant to be an actual downward staircase again. Is that right? I don't think that's behaving correctly. Cancel that. And explicitly say I want a staircase. Right. Then we want to install a door there. Mining is still a bit of a mess. That was meant to be like that, I think. Right, that's looking reasonably sensible now. I mean, we may as well enlarge that room that way, I suppose. Masterpiece iron anvil. We've made some mead and some iron. We're still short of iron. We've struck picture jasper apparently. Don't know quite what that is. Right, so yes, we have a bunch of staircases there which now lead down to places where I was probably intending. So if I mark that, if I do mark rectangles for mining, that doesn't seem to remove the staircase. Good. Probably want to set this in rectangle mode rather than scribbling mode. Okay, oh, that one has to be offset a bit. You could also start extending those bedrooms horizontally a bit. To an extent, seeing what else we find, though mostly we seem to be finding microcline, which is like a good colour. Anyway, have we got any beds to stick in these bedrooms yet? Yes, good. Everyone's now going to go smooth. Also have a decent supply of doors, but I'm trying to avoid needing doors. Right, since we've got these rooms, of course, we can also produce some dining rooms and such like. Oops, no, that was not what I meant at all. BFT. Like, actually, I think we should, well, tables aren't really necessary in throne rooms, though sometimes seems like they might be a good plan. They're kind of, but chairs are necessary in dining rooms. No. Means I'm probably going to need more thrones. Why is that not being mined? Possibly because there is more mining to do downstairs. Oh, a new child. Also, that's meant to have a wall at the edge of it. Let's fix that out. Fix that. Oh, early spring. Time for an autosave. Let's have a look at what I can see on screen at the moment while that's happening. We have one unhappy dwarf who is probably that child who seems to be permanently unhappy. We have plenty of food, adequacy of drink. Spring has arrived. Right, so now those three are not currently bedrooms. Oh gods, we have an alert. Well, I'll read that in a bit. Bedroom, multi, that sort of area. Oh, right. Incoming goblin thieves again. So, where are they? Not immediately see them. Well, let's look at their specs anyway. Let's make sure. So yes, they are, as is traditional, carrying bags. All being well, the bags are empty. Well, let us instruct everyone in the military to come up to the surface. All right, they're in amongst the sea spray. Everyone has suddenly become terrified. What? Like, sudden terrification exclamation marks everywhere. I think that's everyone running from everyone else, or at least the goblins running from everyone else. And everyone else running from the goblins. I think one of the goblins has left the map. Yes, there is one hostile goblin thief who is tired, having run halfway across the map. Well, possibly we don't actually need to scare her off any further, but since she does appear to be heading back towards the fortress rather than doing the sensible thing of running like hell. See, that's better. Now you're running like hell. If you can leave the map, you get to survive. No, didn't get to leave the map. Because you turned up unarmoured. I mean, a copper mace is clearly a fairly slow thing for killing someone with. But it works in the end, I think. Oh no, someone turned up with a spear, which was rather more effective. I don't know how to select the other items on the same square. Still, we can dump some of the goblin components. Oh! Here, I can select the other items on the same square. What? When there are 2 of them, I don't seem to have that ability. But when there are 17, I can do that, which is much better. How interesting. Yes, you would have thought that the goblins might have learnt that you need to send slightly more than 2 unarmed goblins with bags if you want to actually successfully steal a child. But no. Well, all of the clothes have been picked up pretty quickly. Right, we've got a load of fresh beds, so we can erect them in some bedrooms. Looks like that one isn't working properly. Let's just try to redig that staircase. Oh, that's a block stairway there, is it? Right. Okay, let's just redig the staircase one square adrift then, it'll be simpler. Right. Actually, I don't think I really need to care which beds I'm building where. Right. So we can now make that into a dining room. Right, we do have a bit of a weird overlap problem, which I think is because that bedroom needs to be resized. So meanwhile, let's assign that to the mayor, which I think should now mean that the mayor actually has all of their requirements satisfied, except that the dining room isn't good enough because it technically overlaps a bedroom. That's actually because that bedroom is missized now. We want to repaint that bedroom by removing that edge. So now those don't overlap, and now the mayor is happy. Actually has all of their all the things they want. Right, good. One person happy. We've got plenty more rooms now, so we could build a table in one of them. And how many dining rooms do we need? We probably need at least 2 dining rooms. These were also meant to be walled in with porcelain, weren't they? Let's finish those. No, don't want to use closest material for that. Curses. That's annoying because I think I have to cancel them one at a time. Right. Right, that's used up most of my porcelain bricks. Until we find some more kaolinite. That's all we've got. Oh look, everyone is hauling porcelain bricks up the stairs. Some of these bedrooms are quite hard to get to. Actually, we should smooth all the bedrooms down here, shouldn't we? Oh, I've probably screwed up all the corners, haven't I, Stoats? Right, well, I'll stop fairly soon, I expect. Right, now that can be resumed. And that can be resumed. And then we can go like that. And like that. Right. So we've got a couple of available dining rooms down there. Let's mark them and then find owners for them. So who wants a dining room? The Baron and the Captain of the Guard. Okay, what's their opinion of their dining rooms? Not quite good enough dining room. Well, let's wait until it's been smoothed and see if it still looks good. Still not good, doesn't look good enough. Yes, we'll probably want to turn that off unless we find another source of kaolinite. Let's do that. We do have this excess number of make clay bricks jobs because I kept scheduling them, and now they ain't going to happen. And we also have most of the beds we want in here. Do we have any spare beds? No. So we could go mark bedrooms. Right. Right. Let's see if those dining rooms are any better now. It's still not a good enough dining room. The one that the Baron has. What else does the Baron lack? Baron also lacks weapon racks and armour stands. Right, let's build some of those in their dining room. There are also some beds missing because I haven't made enough beds.
Family growth without room, or whatever the action is.
Yes, that would help. That there is also meant to be a bedroom, isn't it? Let's smooth that too. That bit there really wants to be walled in with proper porcelain bricks, but we're running out of porcelain bricks. Oh, is that suspended? Oops. Yes, resume. Right, we're still haven't accomplished everything we want to accomplish. Like, I don't even know, bet that's got suspended somehow. No, it hasn't. Why is that waiting for construction then? That staircase isn't constructed either. It probably makes those bedrooms quite hard to access. Indeed, that staircase may be impossible to construct now. I mean, maybe it isn't. Maybe it can be constructed from above. But no, it's got suspended again. I'll have to do something stupid for that one. Right, still, we do at least have some bedrooms now. Okay, how's that dining room for the Baron looking now? Still not a good enough dining room. That is the correct dining room, isn't it? Yes, Bomrek says Kendok, Baron. That dining room is still not good enough. We're going to have to put some effort into that one. We do at least have some unassigned bedrooms at the moment, but that might just be because no one's gone looking for them yet. Right, I think it is late enough that I should stop for the night, and because there's still much more construction bureaucracy to get on with. I am asking myself, why is there not another column of bedrooms there? That would surely be sensible. But I think that's enough for now, and we will come back to this on Friday and try to make enough bedrooms for all our dwarves. And then, yes, they might be... Well, I mean, I was going to say they might be a bit happier. They're all more than adequately happy, thank you. So anyway, until then, good night. Save to this timeline. And yes, as I said, good night.